The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance into a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Las Vegas. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Thank you again for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you were surrounded by family, friends, and loved ones, and you got an opportunity to share something special. Watch some football, but we got some very special announcements to make. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. That guy is your favorite number 85, the route runner extraordinaire, Liberty City's own, Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Every subscriber counts. Thank you guys for helping us count, helping us matter. Go check out Shea by Laportier. If we have it in stock, in abundance. The holidays are right here. We can't get it to you by Thanksgiving, but you still have Christmas and you still have New Year's. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it and we'll get it to you because you should be celebrating the holidays. And what better way to celebrate than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? And starting tomorrow, we do free shipping. 1 bottle, 2 bottles, or a case. It does not matter. Free shipping right to your doorstep. And do me one more favor. Please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Shay Media. And my clothing company, 84. We had a lot of releases that dropped last month, but our Black Friday sale just launched. Items, 50% off. Shirts are $20 off. Hoodies are $40 off. And all tees are back in stock. The Nightcap, Club Shay Shay, and 84. Everything is in stock. We've also released some stocking stuffers, beanies and cozies. Quantities are limited, so make sure you grab yours while supplies last. Before we get to the NFL games, there are 3 games on the slate today. Really, only one we're really interested in, and that was because of the bonehead plays by the coach. But anyway, we'll get to that a little later. But, Ocho, before we get to the game, we got some very, very special guests we'd like to introduce. The first guy that you guys see on your screen is from Atlanta, Georgia, but he's out of the IMG Academy. He's a defensive end. He's 6'3", 255 pounds, and his name is London Merritt. London, welcome to the show. We hear you got a very, very special announcement you want to make. The floor is yours.
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for giving me the ability to play football at this high of a level. I want to thank both my parents for pushing me to my limits every day, sacrificing everything for me. You know, without them, I wouldn't be in this position today. You know, I want to thank all my coaches from Little League to now. I want to thank all my trainers, you know, John Lewis, Dez Walker. Now, I also want to thank my agent, Cliff Hill. And without further ado, I'll be committed to beat Colorado.
Okay.
Hey.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Hold on, I just thought about something. Now you said thank you to everybody, but you ain't thank me. Can I get some type of?
You know what? I'm gonna thank you after I whoop you whenever you come to Atlanta on that one-on-one.
Oh, time out. I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, let's do it.
Listen, I play left tackle. I play right tackle. And I studied you. I did my research on you. I know what you can do. You the real deal. You at IMG. Miami. I'm in Miami. I'm right down the street. So I've been watching, I've been watching. I did my homework, but I'm just telling I know your moves. I know what you like to do. Now listen,
All
what you
right.
can't you can bend real good. You got a few moves. You got a few moves in your arsenal. Your
So I
footwork is
appreciate
good.
that.
Hey, and your first step, nigga, you got a first step. You got a
Yes,
good
sir.
first step. But I'm telling you what I could do. Once I anchor down at the point of attack, it's over for you, boy.
All right. I'm gonna let you think that. All right.
All right. I'll be in Atlanta tomorrow. That's all I got to
Yes,
say.
sir. Let's do it.
London, you had an opportunity to go to a lot of big schools. Originally, you were scheduled to go to Ohio State. We know at Ohio State, as far as the defensive line, the Bosa brothers, Chase Young, Vernon Golston, they normally have high round draft picks at the D line position. What went into your decision? You flipped, and all of a sudden you're going to CU. Colorado Coach Prime is very excited about that. What went into your decision to all of a sudden says, you know what? I think CU is the place for me.
Well, it was just, the way that Colorado believes in me. And then just the consistency from Colorado. Ohio State, especially Coach Johnson, I loved him a lot, but at the end of the day, it was a business decision for me. I had to bet on myself, and I felt like it was just a better fit for me. Better fit for me in Colorado's, defense, with their staff and everything in that nature. So that's just the main reason why I just decided to go ahead and make a decision with my family, and flip over to Colorado.
Have you spent any time? Warren Sapp is on that staff as an assistant. We know what Sapp is. He's the first ballot Hall of Fame D tackle, one of the premier D tackles in NFL history. Have you spent much time talking to Sapp?
Yeah, every day I was there, we was talking. He's crazy. I love him a lot. He brings a lot
He is.
of yeah, he brings a lot of energy to the room, and that's something I need. I need somebody on my back to get on me when I'm not doing what I got to do.
Right. Coach Prime loves players with swag, and he lets guys be themselves. Celebrate. Hey, celebrate. Just don't hurt the team. But I want you to be yourself. I'm not going to force you to be something that you're not. If you play with a lot of emotion, you play with a lot of passion, as long as you're not hurting the team, that is who I want you to be. Is that how you play? Is that one of the things? Because you see how the guys holding up this, the guys seemingly having fun.
Yeah. I mean, of course, shoot. You see it
hell, I thought that was Foot Locker.
Nah, it's not basement. Like you see it. Like, of course I got that swag, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, on the field, I got my little celebrations, I come out, how Coach Prime said, look good, feel good, play good, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
and they pay good.
Day, oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. So what are some of the personal, obviously you say you're going to get there the spring, so you'll opportunity, I think you'll get an opportunity to practice in the spring and hopefully, see what you can do. But what's your goal? What's the goal for you, London, your freshman year? What do you want to accomplish in your first year at CU?
Definitely want to, become a freshman All-American, freshman first team, or I just want to be a freshman All-American. And then that's one of my main goals when I get there. So I'm gonna, work my tail off. I'm gonna let Coach Prime know that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna work my tail off and prove it and just prove it to him. There's also some I can't hear my parents upstairs. But there's also some goals in the weight room that I got to handle too. I'm trying to get my 40 down to 4.5, 225 for at least more than 30 times. So just things I needed. I got set my goals for.
Yeah, what I do want to congratulate you again. There were other schools that you could have chosen, but you're choosing to go to Colorado again with a legend in Dion, and one that will allow you to be yourself. And I think that's very important. And not only are you getting a coach, a very, very good head coach, but you're getting how do I say it? A player's coach, which is very important, especially for the younger generation. A coach that can relate to the younger generation, can relate to this era. And not only a coach, dude, you're getting a person like Prime Man that can also be somewhat of a father figure as well, and someone that will help you become a man outside of your immediate family. And I think that's also a good thing. And the fact that he's going to allow you to be yourself, I think that's very, very important for Prime to be able to understand on how the players of this era are able to enjoy themselves and express enthusiasm with their play and the passion for the game. So for one, I want to congratulate you, and you're gonna have a good time over there, man. You're gonna have a good time. And you're getting more than just a head coach. And you might not understand it right now, but you'll get it on the back end on what I mean.
Yes, sir. Of course. I appreciate that.
London, if you were to compare yourself, who are some of the guys in the NFL that you look at and says, okay, I kind of want to pattern my game after him?
Ocho.
Ocho, yeah. But no, definitely definitely Michael Parsons, I watch him a lot. And I would say I'm versatile, I can play all over the line. And and I definitely see myself playing the way he plays. He blitzes from linebacker, plays, all on the wide nine, in the tight five, just all over the line. So that's just, that's my main comparison,
Do you like to stand up or you like to put your hand in your dirt? Are you more comfortable with a 43 being down, like you said, in the 9, the shade, 7 technique, and the 3-4 defense? You mentioned it's like a 5-out, like, damn, you want to be a tight defensive end. So what you see yourself sliding up and down the line, wherever you can find a weak link, that's the door handle you want to pull on.
Oh yeah, of course. Anywhere on the line, because like I said, I'm versatile. Anywhere they need me, I'll be there. So I'm good standing up. I'm good, coming up in 3-point stance. So wide 9, top 5, 3, anywhere. So
that's live.
Coach Prime he's like, look, obviously these guys come here and some of them have aspirations to go into the next level, and I want that to happen. But I want to create great men. I want to create great fathers. I want to create great husbands. I want to create great community leaders. Academics is something that he stressed. Have you decided on a major?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably major in business and finance.
Okay. That's a good, handle your business, and then the finances will take care of themselves, and you'll know where your money's going.
Yes, mentioned your mom.
You mentioned your mom and dad, and how they pushed you and they motivated you to become the best version of London that you could possibly become. Talk a little bit about your parents.
Well, ever since I was little, my parents, instilled greatness into me. My dad has been everywhere. My parents spent so much money. They sacrificed so much things. They sent me to IMG, my junior, like in the beginning of, or halfway through my junior year, so I can get ready and develop for college. And I'm not going to, that's kind of a big move because I'm not home. It's different. It's like I'm already in college, but at the end of the day, it's about, my development, and me being ready for the next level. So, my dad, he pushed me since I was a little kid, always now, and then even farther. So he tells me one thing I like about, Coach Prime. He always says he'll keep it 100 with you. He will tell you what you're doing is right or wrong. That's the same thing my dad's been doing since I was a little kid. He's been telling me, everything I don't want to hear and everything I need to hear. So he's not gonna, baby me or tell me, oh, you had a pretty good game. Nah, if I had a bad game, he's gonna tell me I had a bad game and what I need to work on. So definitely I appreciate both of my parents. My mom's there. My mom helps me with the school part. My mom don't play about the school work. And so they like a lot. They like how, Coach Prime doesn't play around either because, while we was there, we kind of did like a day in a life thing there, like a day being a buff, and he randomly, puts up people's grades on the board or whatever.
On the screen.
So my mom already owned me, but my grades, so she likes that, and so now she ain't got to worry about me slacking in school, or whatever, because Coach Prime gonna be on me.
Yeah. Hey, is there a specific team that you like in NFL? I'm not saying where you want to go, but I'm just saying right now, as far as watching the game of football, do you have a specific favorite team and a favorite player? It doesn't have to be your position, just in general.
No, I don't really have like a favorite team. I just kind of watch the players. I like watching the Ravens. But my favorite player is Michael Parsons right now. I watch him so much, and I just model my game after him so much. So that's just kind of who my favorite player is right now. But I really like watching the Ravens.
So outside of Michael Parsons, how do you feel about Myles Garrett and TJ Watt?
Oh yeah, no, they're both very good.
Good.
Myles Garrett, he's versatile too. He's strong. He heavy-handed. If I would like take some attributes from him, I would say our hands are similar. I'm heavy-handed too. I like to strike people. I like to hit people. You know what I'm saying? So and then the pass rush is there.
London, congratulations. We appreciate you making this announcement on Club Shay Shay. We greatly appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what I said?
Appreciate you.
Oh, my
Hold
bad.
on.
Nightcap, London.
Yeah,
Before
hey.
we go, guys, that's London Merritt, defensive end, 6'3", 255 pounds, from Atlanta, Georgia, but from the IMG Academy. It seems like IMG Academy, Colorado has a pipeline from IMG Academy because he's the first of many that's going to be headed to CU. London, congratulations. And
Don't duck me.
we're gonna keep an eye
I'm
on
gonna
you.
be here,
We'll
don't
see you
worry.
down the road.
I'll be in
Yes,
Atlanta
sir.
tomorrow. Don't duck me.
All right, bet. Just let me know.
All smoke. You know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Don't worry.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
All right. Woo, man, IMG Academy must be had a heck of a defense. The next guy that has a very impressive announcement that he wants to make. He's a 6'3" defensive end, defensive tackle, 260 pounds, also from the IMG Academy. He's Alex McPherson. Alex, heard you got some very interesting news you want to break tonight on Nightcap. The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. I definitely have some exciting news, but I want to thank a few people first. First and foremost, I want to thank God.
Go ahead.
I want to thank my parents for being there for me every step of the way, sacrificing so much. I want to thank my family, uncles, aunts, cousins, all of them. I also want to thank Ruben Carter, George Bailey for helping me get to where I am training-wise, and my coaches from IMG. I also want to thank the coaches from Oklahoma State for, respecting my decision and understanding that the relationship we've built has been really strong. But at the end of the day, like London said, it's a business decision. So without further ado, I'll be taking my talent to University of Colorado.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Yes,
man, y'all must have had a heck of a defense that had you on one side, London on the other. I'm reading your bio here, your defensive end, defensive tackle, but you played a lot of other positions. You played tight end in high school, so obviously you got great hands. What made you flip to the other side of the football? Because if you're a tight end, you like, touchdowns and the crowd screaming and all of a sudden, did you grow out of the position or you just felt better hitting people as opposed to getting hit? Okay. Okay. Defensive player. Alex, if you don't mind us asking, you mentioned that Oklahoma State, you originally had committed that you were going to go to Oklahoma State, and then you last minute you changed your mind and you flipped to go to CU. What were some of the things that went into your decision that caused you to say, obviously you had a strong liking for Oklahoma State because you originally committed to them, and then all of a sudden you changed, you reverse field, and then you go to CU. What was some of the things? What was the major thing that made you change your mind?
Yes, sir. The obvious is it's hard to pass up all those guys that have been where you want to go. And I think that's the best thing to help me get there. The guys that have been there, done what you want to do, and they know what it takes.
So, yeah, I like that. Look, what do you think you'll bring to Colorado's program that aligns with Coach's prime vision and what he's trying to accomplish in having a consistent winning program at Colorado?
I know he harps a lot about off the field character, which I have a great character off the field, very humble, I'm to myself. On the field, strive for greatness, they harp that too. So I'm always striving for greatness. I got a great character on and off the field. It's a very different character on the field than it is off the field. So that's
right.
it.
What can the student body, what can the alumni, what can the community of CU, Boulder, Colorado, what can they expect to get out of Alex McPherson?
A great player that's always going to do his best to help the team win. And off the field, I'm always open to meeting people, talking to them. I'm really just like a chill guy off the field. I'm not the same guy off the field. You see these kids like be cocky or whatever, not want to talk to people. That's not me.
I like it. Listen, I know what your you got it, Unc?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, see, I know what your long-term goal is. Obviously, Colorado being a stepping stone to get to the highest level, which I'm sure is the childhood dream of yours. But what are your short-term goals as far as Colorado goes once you get to school?
Again, like London said, I want to be on the field early. Freshman All-American is in my mind, and I want to get bigger, faster, stronger to get me to that next level.
I like it. I have one question. As far as nutrition is concerned, do you eat McDonald's? That's very important when it comes to being successful.
Depends. If it's late night and nothing else is open, I'll eat some McDonald's.
Let's go. Boy, that's what I'm talking about. Freshman All-American coming right now. I'm telling you, boy.
They
Let's
need to
go.
have the McDonald's All-American. Like basketball.
I'm looking at your bio, Alex. You're 6'3", 260 pounds. And I'm looking at some of the guys that plays in the league, the level that you want to get to. Who are some of the guys that you kind of pattern your game after and says, you know what, I kind of want to model my game after him?
Yes, sir. I've heard a lot of comparison to Max Crosby, like the way we play.
Yeah,
yes,
he's a good one.
I don't really like to compare myself to other people, you know, because everybody's a different person. But I mean, Max Crosby, I think, is my closest comparison.
Okay. Let's go away from comparisons. Players that play your position that's in the NFL, is there someone that you look up to or you kind of model your game after and not compare? I'm not comparing, I'm just saying someone you model your game after and look up to as far as someone like you. If there was a player that you would want to be like, or maybe even better than, who would it be?
Sir. I like Max Crosby. He has a high motor. You know?
Okay.
He definitely has a motor. What was some of the things, Alex, when you went on your visit to see you, what was some of the things that sold you and says, you know what, instead of going to Stillwater, I think this is the place for me?
You know, going back to what I said about all the people there, all the people around, like I saw Ocho on my visit. Like that's just one of the people I saw. There was all these.
Wait, you saw who? You saw who? That's me. I'm an intern. So when you get there in the spring, I'm an intern there. So we're gonna be seeing each other.
But yeah, like I said, all the people that are around there, that if they tell you to move a hand a certain way, a foot a certain way, it can always help you, you know, get to that next level. And one of the things I like about that is they can tell you what separates the people that were great and what separates the people that were good. You know what I mean?
Obviously, I'm sure you had a conversation. I asked London about Sapp. You know, he's one of the premier defensive players that's ever played in our game. He played at a high level for a very, very long time. He was a defensive player of the year. He was an all-decade player. And obviously, he's a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. What is it about Sapp that you like talking to him about?
That I like talking to him about?
Yeah, talking to Warren Sapp. So I'm sure you had conversations with him.
I mean, just ball, you know, what he did to get himself better. Like, I mean, that's really it. Like on the sideline before the game, he came up, he was chest bumping my dad. He was saying, leave your boy here with me, we're going to have fun. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But like I said, just talking about ball, how he got to where he was. And it all goes back to like the people around there that know what it takes and they know how to get you there.
You mentioned that your mom's a DUI lawyer in South Florida. So tell me the role that your parents played in your upbringing and helped you get to the player, the person, the man that you're, the young man that you are, into the transition. Hopefully you become an even better man, an even better football player. Tell us the role that your parents played in that.
Since a young age, they were on me hard about my future. Like as soon as I started playing football, they were like, you got to be locked in because, I mean, you're going to have a future because I was big since a youngin'. So, yeah, and we were always in church, you know, so I love God, and we're a big Christian family, so that goes along with Coach Pine's culture and all that over there.
That's live. But, you know, everything always starts at home. The foundation for any man, young man, regardless of what sport you play, regardless of what you do in the outside world, it always starts at home. And based off what I've seen so far, listen, your parents did one hell of a job, man, and I'm wishing you luck. Sir. When you do get to Colorado, I'm going to be seeing you there because I am an intern. I just got another job, you know, there with Prime. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. I hope your family and your parents are excited, and I know you're going to do well. When
yes, sir. Thank you. We're all excited.
Alex, we're looking at one more thing before we get you out of here, Alex. I'm looking at you, defensive end, defensive tackle. Is there one that you favor other the other? Do you like playing in space? You like the 3 technique? You like the shade? Or you like to be in a 9 technique? You like to be in a 7 technique? You like to be in a 5? What do you favor? What's going to get the best out of Alex McPherson?
I like to say that I think I'm more productive on the inside because usually I'm a lot quicker than the guards, so I can get past them quicker.
Use your speed.
I like being in space because you can move too in space, but I think I'll be more
Yeah.
productive as a defensive tackle because I can move quicker than a lot of the guards.
Well, Alex, we want to thank you for coming on Nightcap tonight and making this very, very special announcement. Congratulations to you and your family. There's big things ahead of you in your future. See you getting got 2 great players, and we're proud of you, and we wish you the best. We're going to keep an eye on it, so I'm sure we'll have a conversation again next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you, bro. Our next guy that's going to make this very, very special announcement, he's out of Fort Worth, North Crowley High School. He's a wide receiver. He's 5'8", 165 pounds. He runs on the 4x1 relay, the 4x2 relay. So normally when you guys out of Texas and they will play wide receiver or skill position, they normally can run.
Yeah.
So here he is, without any further ado, Quentin Gibson. Quentin, the floor is yours. Take your time, young man.
Hold on. QB, before you go. Outside of the 4x1, what else you run?
I run the 4x2. They ain't really let me run the open event last year.
Okay. You think you faster than me?
Yeah.
Wait, come again?
Yeah.
You could beat me in the 40, 60, 100, 200?
Don't matter.
Hey, man, don't play at me like that, man. No, I'm serious. I'm asking you a real question.
I'm serious.
All right, line it up.
When any day.
All right. Where you at right now? You in Texas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll be out there Saturday.
I bet we could do it after my game.
Okay.
That man, he risk you at this game.
All right, say less. I'll be there. This ain't the type of smoke you want, yo. I'm just letting you know, and that's with all due respect.
Quentin, you got a very special. Quentin, you got a very special announcement you'd like to make. The floor is yours.
First, I would like to thank God for giving me the talent and opportunity to be where I am right here today. I would like to thank my family for being there with me through the ups and downs and the sacrifices they made for me to be at this point. Also, my coaches from Little League to now for developing me to the man I am today. I would like to thank my trainers from 365 training for pushing me and helping me throughout my process. With that being said, I'll be committed to Colorado.
Yeah, there it is. That's what's up.
Yeah. We out here. Go Buffs.
Quentin, what went into this decision? Obviously, going into your senior year, you didn't have a lot, but then you got Mississippi State, TCU, Kansas State, Illinois, SMU, and a lot of other schools. What was it about your trip to Boulder that changed your mind and said, this is the place for me?
So went into my decision with me wanting to be brought into a school that was like a family. And like everybody that's been around Coach Prime, been with Coach Prime for many years. So like, what was just the better option?
Yeah, that is true. Anytime you do play for Coach Prime, obviously you being able to talk to him, you understand what you're getting, not just as a coach, but as a mentor, almost a father figure. And I continue to say that to the other athletes that we've had on there because he was a father figure and a mentor to me during my time, during my playing days, and even still long after, my value in the NFL is no longer worthy. So I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. I've seen you. I studied you. I know what you can do. So I understand the contributions that you're going to bring, to that team and that squad. So, dude, I'm happy. What do you hope to learn from Coach Prime before you get there once you're in that controlled and structured environment?
Really, I hope to learn really how to be a better man in life, outside of football. But within football, what it's going to take for me to get to the next level where I want to be.
Yeah.
The one thing y'all can say about Coach Prime, if you look at his skill position players, the wide receivers, he puts the ball in their hand, be it Travis Hunter, be it Webster, Shepard, it does not matter. He wants the ball into his playmaker's hand. You consider yourself a playmaker with elite speed. What do you hope? What does Quentin bring to the CU offense?
Well, I bring the ability to flip the field no matter where we at. And I bring,
like that
consistency. We like, if you need a third down conversion, throw me the ball. Hope to feel like the shoes of LeJontay West and Jimmy Horn.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're the youngest. You have 6 siblings. You have 5 sisters, 1 brother. You're the second youngest. What is it like being in a family that size? And you say you're the second youngest. So is your sister the oldest? Or the sister the oldest?
Yeah, I have a sister that's the oldest. It's like, really, growing up, there was a lot of girls in the house, so a lot of different attitudes going on.
Oh
I
yeah.
have my brother. My mom sometimes side with my sisters more, but
It is what it is now.
yeah.
So you get to see you. You look like I think you're gonna roll in the spring, and so obviously you're hoping to make an impression to show everybody who Quentin Gibson is. What do you hope to bring? What can the student body, what can the alumni, what can they expect from you in your freshman year? What do you want to accomplish in your freshman year?
I just want to make history, like whatever it takes. Like it could be most receiving yards, most freshman touchdowns, some receiving, anything. I just want my name to be in history books.
Are you a returner also?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want the ball. So in other words, he want the ball in his hands, Ocho. He say they can punt it to me, they can kick it to me, hand it to me, throw it to me. Just put the ball in my hands and I can make a play.
Listen, and all you got to do is show him. Starting in the spring. You put the ball in my hands, I'm gonna do something with it every time. I'm gonna deliver like Amazon. Next day, 2 days, 3 days, it don't matter what it is. You got to walk with that confidence, and you already got it. There's certain things that coaches can coach, and just sitting here exchanging with you in this short amount of time, you already got it. You got that it factor. All you got to do is you already know what I'm trying to say. Take what you got now, take it on the field, and the rest is gonna be history. It don't matter who you playing week in and week out.
Yes, sir.
Quentin, when I look at you, obviously, it's just something about guys, receivers that come out of the state of Texas. We expect all of them to run 4.3 or faster. Who are some of the guys that when you look at you're 5'8", you're 165 pounds, but so that lets me know you got speed to play with. You got speed to burn. Who are some of the guys that at the next level in the NFL that you was like, okay, I can do some of the things that he does?
I could say like Tyreek Hill, Turpin. I like Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
I feel like I flip the field like Tyreek Hill. I can track the ball like Terry McLaurin. Got the speed like Turpin.
Feet
I
like
like
Ocho.
that. I like that. You got anything else, Ocho?
I had to throw another quality in there for him real quick. He left that one out.
Well, Quentin, congratulations, man. That's the CU family. I'm sure they're very, very excited to get you. Coach Prime spoke very highly of you when I talked to him the other day. You're joining two great guys that's also going from the IMG Academy. It looks like this freshman class is going to be something special, something that CU can build on, because it looks like they're going to be coming off a great season. We'll see what happens the last game of the season on Saturday, and then they're going to a bowl game, so hopefully they can win that. And if so, that means you guys coming in, you're going to have a lot on your shoulders, because the CU that the last 5 or 6 years is not the CU today and what's going to be tomorrow. So again, congratulations to you. Look forward to following your career, and I'm sure Ocho and I, Nightcap, see you down the road.
Oh,
Yes,
down the road. I'm gonna see you Saturday. I'm gonna see you Saturday after the game, and I got my spikes too. I don't want no excuses.
No excuses.
Yeah, all right. Yo.
Guys, I know we told you we're going to have 3 guys, but we got a surprise. We got a 4th guy that's going to be joining us and making this special announcement. You ready? Well, he's coming. Give us. Oh, there you go. There he goes. The guy that just joined us is a 6'5", 295 pounds offensive tackle from Mobile, Alabama, out of Williamson High School. Carde, they call him Smitty Smith.
What's good?
Carde, what's good? Man, congratulations, man. We're excited to have you on here at Nightcap, the Nightcap family, and you make this very, very special announcement. Hopefully, it's the first of many announcements that you're going to be making that's very, very special. The floor is yours.
First, I want to give a shout out to my parents, my mom, my dad.
So we have a little technical difficulties. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us tonight. We have some young men that's making some very, very special announcements for us. We good to go now? So just bear with us. We really appreciate these young men coming on and sharing these very, very special announcements with us. This is very, very big for them. A lot of don't get this kind of platform to make these kinds of announcements. So we really thank these young men for giving us their time and giving us this opportunity to showcase them All right, Carde, we got everything situated now. The floor is yours again.
First, I want to give a big shout out to my mom, my dad. Extra big shout out to my mom. You know, that's really my backbone. I want to give a shout out to my coaches, my teammates, and all my little league coaches and everybody that got me in this position, basically my whole family. And with that being said, I'll be committed to Colorado. Go Buffs.
Yeah.
The Buffs.
Let's
The Buffs.
Oh.
How did Carde Smitty? You want to be called Smitty, or you want to be called go by your first?
Smitty.
Okay, Smitty. Okay, that's all we needed to know. Smitty. How did you come to this decision?
Really just, going up there. I've been up there twice. I went up there for the Baylor game and the Cincinnati game. Really just sitting down talking with Coach Field, Coach Prime, and all the other coaches, and just seeing that I have a chance to come and play early as a freshman. That was the really the main thing that set it off.
Oh yeah. Hey, what are you looking forward to most about competing at the collegiate level, boss man?
I just want my shot. I just want my shot to go take it. And I get it. They gonna feel it.
Yeah.
What is your expectation? The left tackle is a true freshman that's starting. Mm-hmm. Is that your goal to go in there in the spring, earn a spot, and says, look, I ain't trying to redshirt. I ain't trying to wait a year and get rotational plays. I'm trying to be a day one starter from the jump.
Yes, sir. That's most definitely the plan. I feel like I can go in there. They give me the chance, and I feel like I can compete with anybody take that spot.
I like that. Hey, I have a question, right? Like, I want to change your name. I'm gonna call you Boss Man Smitty, right?
All right.
Okay, good. We rolling with that. So from now on, your name is Boss Man Smitty. Smitty, you decommitted from USC, right? And you chose Colorado. What went in your decision that made you want to do that?
Really just the environment that I was around with Colorado. Mm-hmm. It just feel like family more. And really, Coach Field, Coach Field, a real dude. Sitting down with Coach Field, he telling me the ins and out and this and that about Colorado, and seeing that he actually played in the game, having a coach that actually played at that position, and was really the best in his time. Really couldn't turn that down. Plus the opportunity to play early.
I'm looking at your background. You played basketball also?
Played a little basketball.
A little basketball.
Yeah, middle school.
You outgrew the court, huh?
Oh yeah, I had to get a basketball up.
Did you run track? Did you throw the shot, the discus?
No, sir.
So you just once you just started focusing on football, you like, okay, this is gonna be my ticket up out of here.
Yeah, once I took off with it, was over with for everything else.
I'm reading your hometown. You grew up in Mobile, Alabama. Obviously, that's where the Senior Bowl is located. Have you ever gone and watched those guys? Those are the guys that are the college seniors or the underclassmen that goes down there. All the scouts are there and get an opportunity because those are the guys that's going to get drafted. Have you ever gone down there and watched those guys practice, watch the game?
Yes, sir. I ain't go to the one last year, but it used to be at Lad. And, we used to always go up there every time they had the game. We used to go up there, Lad, tailgate, then go watch the game, and after get to meet the players and stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Obviously, you want to play at the next level. When you look at some of the offensive tackles, you got Trent Williams, you got Lane Johnson, you got some of the.
I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah, Trent Williams at left tackle. You got Lane Johnson with Philadelphia at right tackle. I really studied Lane Johnson because he played my position. Yeah, right. That's what he different.
He is. Yeah. Great feet, great hands. If you notice, those guys, they're never lazy with their feet and they're never lazy with their hands. Right. Because these guys at the next level, Smitty, they real good. If you get lazy, it don't take but a half a step and they buy you.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke you.
They are.
Hey, Unc, his name is Boss Man Smitty. Now, if we're gonna address somebody, we're gonna address him, you gotta address him the right way.
All right, boss man, congratulations, bro. We really appreciate your time, giving us a few minutes of your time to make this very, very important announcement. Hopefully, like I said, this is the first of many, many announcements that you're going to be making. Congratulations to you and your family. We know a lot of people here. We are talking to you, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are responsible for you being here today. And,
speaking of that, I also want to give a shout out to Coach Dev and Coach Devin over there in Colorado. One of the recruiting coaches. He's one of the first dudes that hit me up and got me in tune with Colorado. I want to give a shout out to Coach Devin.
All right. Well, boss man, we appreciate your time, man. We're gonna keep an eye on you. We'll be following you. See, hopefully, in a couple years down the road, you'll come back on here and say, "Hey, my time to see you is up. It's time to take it to the next level." So congratulations to you and your family, man, and we'll be seeing you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That was Carde, boss man Smitty.
Boss man Smitty.
London Merritt is a defensive end, 255. He's going to Colorado. He decommitted from Ohio State, going to CU. Alex McPherson, he decommitted from Oklahoma State, going to Colorado. And Quentin Gibson is the speedster out of Fort Worth, Texas, North Crawley High School, wide receiver, 5'8", 165 pounds. That's the four guys that are made their announcement here on Nightcap for the first time. Ocho, we've had high school seniors make an announcement of such magnitude here. It's the first of many, I'm sure. Now let's get into it, Ocho. The Lions beat the Bears 23-20, but that wasn't the story of the game. No. Caleb Williams had one of the second half was as good as he could possibly throw it.
Right.
The plays that he made outside of the pocket, the way he threw the ball from the pocket, and he had a couple of drops in there too, Ocho. Yeah, he was undeterred. He ran. Now, it wasn't smart that you try to get slick and try to, stop on the dime and cut back when you're going on the bounds. Going out of bounds.
We hit him in the knee.
Going out of bounds. They're not going to let you get away with that because they saw what Patrick Mahomes did and they saw guys fooling before. So they're going to punish you if they get there. So just going out of bounds. But it was Caleb Williams got sacked, Ocho. When he got sacked, it was 33 seconds on the clock. They have a timeout. They got one. It's about to be third down. Take your timeout. Now you got 33 seconds. Ocho, even if you don't get it, even if you don't, you still got fourth down. How do you go from 33 seconds and you keep your timeout and you run only one play with 33 seconds? Because if you complete the ball in bounds, Ocho, you should be able to run your field goal unit on the field, get your other players off the field with 18 seconds.
Yeah.
They had, so even a play only lasts, 5, 6, 7? Let's just say for the sake of argument, Ocho, we're going to say the play lasts 10 seconds. Caleb Williams scrambled around. It took him 10 seconds. You still have 23 seconds to get your field goal unit on the field, to get your other guys off the field. That's more than enough time to get the ball snapped, get it held, get it down, and get a kick up.
Honestly, and I mean no disrespect, I'm all for people having a job. I think it's very important to have a job, but that was coaching malpractice. Not only that was coaching malpractice, I think he must have been betting against the odds out there in goddamn Vegas for not calling that goddamn timeout. That is a fireable offense. I'm not one to ever stand on my soapbox and say that someone should be fired. But for them to have lost the last 5, I think, 5 or 6 games, and this is a game that you had an opportunity to win or at least tie and go into overtime and see what you could do in overtime, I can't believe, Coach did that he didn't call the timeout. And also on Caleb Williams, understand you have to have better clock management in your head. If your coach is not on point the way he should be and really being on top of the time and how much time you have left, Caleb Williams as a player who's played at the big level out there at USC, you should understand how much time is on the clock and what you need to do in those situations to make sure it doesn't happen again. So this is, for one, the coach, you should already know. You should already know this is coaching malpractice. But Caleb Williams, this is a situation, if it ever comes up again during your tenure in the NFL, understand clock management and how important it is to give your team a chance to either tie or win a game. That's a bunch of bullshit, man.
Keenan Allen said something very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if he said
it was a good shot.
No. Keenan Allen said, as players, we played well enough to win this game.
Bingo. That's a good shot. Think about what he's saying. Think about the underlying tone and what he's saying.
I know the underlying tone. Look, if I'm Eberflus, Ocho, I would have just took the fine, and I'm not talking to the media after that.
Right.
Because then he gets up there and says that bull jive that we got what we wanted, and I'm good with it. That's ridiculous. You sound foolish. It sounds like a man that know he made a mistake and want to die on that hill instead of saying, God, that's on me. That's on me. I should have called a timeout with 33 seconds.
Right. What's wrong?
How you run one play
right
with 33 seconds is absolutely a fireable offense. And I have never advocated for anyone to lose their job.
Right.
Because I understand how precious jobs are. But you can't continuously make the mistakes that he's making and remain in that position and then come out there and give those bull jive excuses or those bull jive answers to why it's played out. It's too many times. There's a recurring theme that if you notice, Ocho, anytime they put a receiver in, it's always a new receiver in. It's always somehow the ball finding. Or they put a new DB in. Somehow the ball always goes his way. You watch it in baseball. The ball somehow always will find him. Basketball, a new guy comes in, somehow the ball damn, we want the ball to end up in your hands with the last second, but damn, here we are. It keeps coming down, Ocho, to plays like this when you have to understand the situation that your team is in and you have to make split-second decisions. He let his team down more times than not.
Yeah, most definitely. Listen, and decision makers like that is the difference between not winning, not losing the past 5 games.
Yes.
The seconds like that. Listen, it's a game of inches. It's a game of inches, and the coaching is one of the reasons why teams win. That's what do you think the difference is in the Detroit Lions before Dan Campbell got there and the Detroit Lions while he is there? That's coaching. That's coaching. That's all it comes down to. Being able to execute the plays. I know some of it is on the players, but also the coaching. It has to come together and work as one. But you can't be coaching like that, that and having a situation like that and want to say the excuse you use and not take accountability. How you think your players feel?
Yeah.
Like listen to what Keenan Allen said. Players don't normally react to a game like that and throw the coach under the bus.
Because
there's a disconnect. There's a complete disconnect in the locker room.
Ain't no disconnect. They've lost confidence in their head coach because the thing is with situational football, you have to practice certain situations. You have to practice 4th down. You have to practice 2-minute. You have to practice no huddle. You have to practice being in certain situations. So therefore, if you're in that situation, you'll know how to respond. We practice running the field goal unit on the field, we getting off the field, and it's with 18 seconds. So we practice certain situations. Get out of bounds. Make sure you try to get the ball to the official. Don't throw the ball because, look, they're not receivers. They're old. Hand them the ball.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. And like I said, I don't. Jimmy Johnson said in 70 years of being around coaching, he's never seen the level of dysfunction that the Bears have right now. And I can't say that I disagree with him because it's a reoccurring. Ocho, it's week after week. I can see if it's a one-time thing, Ocho. That's an accident.
Right. But this is, you know what else? And speaking on top of what Jimmy Johnson said, he says he's never seen any kind of dysfunction. It's just not this year. It's just not this year. You're trying to change the culture in Chicago in general. The culture, the winning culture in Chicago has been going for a very long time. It's been going for a very long time, and being able to contend and compete year in and year out on a consistent basis. All that starts at the top. And in the middle, it starts with the coach. And then it lingers into the players. But so until you get that middle ground the right way, everything else is gonna falter. And it starts with little shit like today. It might be little, because it's one game, but it affects the entirety of a season because bad decisions will continue to be made.
Ocho, I don't know what they said, but normally when we would go on the field, especially it's the last drive, we got 2 timeouts. We got 1 timeout. We got no timeout. If you can, get the ball out of bounds. All things being equal, we'll take a 5-yard gain and get out of bounds as opposed to a 10-yard gain and not get out of bounds.
That's
So
right.
we've already gone through situations that we could potentially see in a game.
Yeah.
Because there's only one way to handle a situation. It's just like everything else, Ocho. You practice first down, you practice second down, you practice third down, you practice goal line and red zone. Okay, there are certain situations. Now you can't practice everything, Ocho, but hopefully you play football long enough, you'll know. With 33 seconds and you got a timeout, after a sack, you automatically take a timeout. I don't know what Eberflus was even thinking.
The funny
That's
thing
the
about
first
it is,
thing you do because the official is standing right there by you.
Yeah.
That's
And
the side judge. He right. Hey, timeout.
And the funny thing about it is you could have ran that play, right? No, you could have called that timeout, ran another play, and I'm not sure what your signal was, Unc, where the special teams is already ready, and we used to yell, fire, 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 fire.
Yeah.
Offense hurries up. There's enough time on the clock. There would have been enough time on the clock. You come out and you kick the field goal, and hopefully before the clock hits 0, you have them execute that field goal and tie the game and take it into overtime, and then boom, now you got a fresh start and hoping you can get down there and score.
That's
It's an even ball game at that point. But you don't even get the goddamn chance.
And they had the momentum. They had played extremely well yesterday. They had the momentum in the ball game. I thought Detroit got away from running the football. There's another Ocho. At some point in time, you're gonna have to start making excuses for Jameson Williams. You got to stop. You've got to stop making excuses for him.
Oh, the fumble?
No, that's Gibbs. The hitting the guy in the face with the football that's standing on the sideline.
Oh yeah.
He almost cost his team.
Yeah.
That's the kind of the immaturity. I'm trying to figure out what could the guy possibly. He on the sideline, bro. Why are you talking? You're not even in the game. Let that sink in for a second. You're not even in the game, and you talking.
Right.
Get in the game first, and then I'll address you. I ain't addressing nobody on the sideline.
Right.
What made it even more egregious is that it was after the play, so the down already counted. So now they back you up 15 yards. Then he gets to the sideline, and he's arguing with Antoine Randall, trying to explain what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, shut up. There's no offer with no explanation. In the words of the great Billie Holiday, hush, now don't explain. What are you trying to
Hold on. Hey, in the great words of who? What you know about Billie Holiday?
I'm trying to figure out, Ocho, what's his explanation?
Right.
Everybody saw what you did. He said something, you turned and flipped the ball in his face. You lucky he didn't run and put his foot in your ass.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. Now that we talk about the Bears, now I understand what Jameson Williams did. You know, I'm gonna talk to Young Bull. I got Young Bull on the line too. So I'm gonna talk to him. Man, you can't do that. You can't coach your team, especially as well as y'all are doing right now. But what you think about chat? Y'all tell me what y'all think now. What you think about Bill Belichick to the Bears? I think wherever Bill Belichick goes, as long as they have a defense and a quarterback that you can work with. Caleb Williams is a quarterback that you can work with. He's someone that you can win with based on his skill set and what he can do for him. What you think about that? Just because what I'm gonna do on Wednesday when we do Inside the NFL, I'm gonna bring it up on the show. Bill, what do you think about your opportunity in having a coaching job in Chicago? There's a defense, a very adequate defense that you can work with. One of the better corners in the league, in Jalen Johnson, that's my little nephew. You got a quarterback that you can develop and mold and understanding what it takes to win. I mean, who says no to that? Then you have an organization that's going to give you the keys. They're going to give you the keys because you have an understanding on what it takes to win, what it takes to build a winning team. Here, you got 6-7 Super Bowls. You want to go get that coaching record from Don Shula. You want to break that, right? Now, boom, you have organizations that are going to give you the keys and allow you to build the team you need to build to be able to contend and compete in that NFC. Why not take it?
Yeah, because that division ain't coming back. This is what Eberflus when he addressed after the game, he said, "Our hope was that we re-rack that play at 18 seconds, throw it in bounds, get into field goal range, and then call our final timeout." You see, Ocho, he doesn't understand. You don't need to call a timeout. With 18 seconds, that's more than enough time to get your field goal unit on and off the field.
Way more.
That was where we was in our decision-making process on that. We were outside of field goal range, no jive, Sherlock, and needed to get a few more yards in there as close as we can get. We're going to call timeout. That's why we held the last time. So in other words, now you go into next week, you got 4 timeouts in the first half. Oh, no, you can't use that timeout. Disappointing for our players. They put a lot of work on a short week and put themselves in position to win that game. They did, and you denied them that. That part you got right. On a short week, our players, we didn't play the best first half, but we played an outstanding second half, and we put ourselves in position to win the game. And my boneheaded play, my boneheaded situational awareness cost our team a game. More games are lost than won in the NFL. Exhibit A. I would like to present this, Your Honor. Exhibit A of how games are lost. I don't get it. I don't get how he continuously finds himself. If you notice, Ocho, like I said, when you make bonehead plays, somehow you always find yourself in that situation week after week until you correct it, until you rectify said situation. Bro, call the timeout. Ocho, call the timeout. You can run like I said, if the play only costs you 8 seconds, I gave you 10 on the long end. Hopefully Caleb understands that you can't run around. But I don't get it. And I said it in real time. I was like, what is he thinking? What the hell was he thinking? Why would you not call a timeout with 33 seconds left? I don't know.
Everybody said the same thing. Again, it's coaching malpractice. It made me think he had money on the game to do something like that, to not even give your team a chance to win, especially with what you've been through week in and week out with the losing, the close games, the games you played well. I mean, like, come on, man. Give yourself a chance. There are multiple scenarios when you're down in that situation that should already be going and be playing in your head, not just the one you explained at the goddamn podium. There are multiple scenarios that you should play on. Okay, what do I need to do? Split decision, fast decision making. You know, if you don't have it, then your quarterback got to have it. But your quarterback is supposed to be learning from you. So if you ain't got it and you the head man, nigga, how he's supposed to know it? But that's neither here nor there. Caleb would know and have a better understanding of time, you know, and how much time you have to use, you know, as he gets older and a little bit more mature in the NFL and understanding.
And explain that to him. Let him know, hey, we got one timeout, Caleb. So, hey, if you get sacked, don't be afraid. Let's not be afraid to use that timeout. The Lions notched their first Thanksgiving win in 8 years. Jared Goff threw 2 touchdowns to Sam Laporta. Goff 21 of 34, 221, 2 touchdowns. While the Detroit ground game, led by Montgomery and Gibbs, ran for 194 yards on 37 carries. That third quarter went by so quick. It was like Chicago got a possession, scored a touchdown. Detroit got a possession, scored a touchdown. And Chicago ran 2 more plays and the quarter was over. So what you needed, because Chicago, the Lions couldn't get off the field on third down, Ocho. They get them in third and long, it didn't matter. Caleb Williams made some great throws. Guys ran great routes. Guys got open. And Detroit couldn't get them off the field on third down. And so tick, 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 you keep your offense off the field. Now they get out of sync. And the next thing you know, Chicago makes this game close. Probably should have went to overtime at worst case scenario, and we see what happens in there. But Chicago, the players played well enough, but it was their coach that made a bonehead decision that cost them the game. The Cowboys defeated the Giants 27-20. Cowboys reignited their ground game, securing their 4th 100-yard rush game of the season. Rico Dowdle led the way with a career-high 112 yards on 22 carries. It's his first 100-yard game as a professional. It's also the Cowboys' first by a Cowboy player, since Tony Pollard in week 3 of 2023. Dowdle also responsible for Cowboys' first rushing attempt of at least 20 yards this year. The star of the Cowboys was DeMarvion Overshawn. He secured both of Dallas turnovers, recovering a fumble forced by Eric Kendrick and on Tyrone Tracy, and catching his own batted pass. And he ran that back for a pick six. That was on Drew Lock. Because you see the guy right there, you go open over the top. You don't throw it. You don't.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the Cowboys defensively, they play very well. They play very, very well on the run, pass game. Man, they play really well, especially at the point of attack. They were very physical up front, not allowing the Giants to have their way and impose their will. So I like what I saw from the Cowboys today. But can you do it against the better teams? Can you do it consistently against the teams that have winning records? That's where the issue comes into play for them. I'm hoping everything is okay with CeeDee Lamb. I see he left the game maybe late second, maybe early third quarter. Something wrong with his shoulder.
Third quarter, yeah. He had that bruised rotator, what was the AC joint.
But
they ain't got nothing, Ocho, they ain't got nothing to do with them dropping them damn passes now. I ain't gonna let you do that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna let you do that. Blame that on the shoulder.
Yeah, I know. You talk about the drag. You talk about the drag route.
I'm talking about he dropped 3 of them. He turned into a retriever. All he did was pick the ball up and hand it to the official. His job as a receiver, his job is to catch the ball, not to retrieve the ball.
Yes, sir.
He dropped 3. He had 6 targets. He had 2 catches. Malik Neighbors, same thing for you, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all yapping about wanting the ball, but you're dropping it. He throw it to you, you throw it back at him. So, I saw CD get dragged down on his shoulder, but that wasn't why he's dropping those passes. That's lack of concentration.
Yeah, most definitely.
Same thing with Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring up the drop balls, but since you
why not? You got to.
I know since you brought it to a head, them boys know you got to catch that pill, baby. That's the money. That's your money maker. That's your money maker. That brown ball they call the Duke, you got to love that. You got to love that. You got to love that more than you love your family. Because in order to feed your family, you got to catch that Duke. They gonna be all right though. We gonna get that together. That ain't nothing but a little jug machine after practice. Even in week 12, little jug machine after practice won't hurt.
Yeah. No. I'm not talking. Malik Neighbors is a rookie. What that got to do with you catching the ball? You caught the ball. That's something you've been doing all your life, Ocho. We're not asking him to make spectacular catches. Like when they throw you the ball in the frame of your body, catch it. Right. That's all we're asking. No, we don't need no Odell Beckham. We don't need nothing spectacular. When they throw you the ball, Ocho, you catch it. At some point in time, you got to realize everything is not meant to be a spectacular. Everything is not to be meant to be a catch and run, Ocho, for 40 yards. You have to understand situation. You know what? The most important thing here is to get this first down. Let me get this and get on the ground.
And secure it,
A lot of if you look at CD, what did CD try to do? He tried to get up the bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a catch that hit the ground first.
Right.
If you drop it, it ain't a catch. I don't care how you jumping up and down to I'd have been gone. And you would have, but you're not. You're going back to the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys. Look, everybody, it wasn't no sun today. Ain't nobody complaining about no sun, Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no sun.
Yeah, it wasn't out. Just a small lack of concentration, split second, taking your eyes off the ball.
But Ocho, normally when you have one of those drops early, what do? You concentrate, you focus even more.
Yeah,
it seems like CD, he lapsed concentration. He lapsed even more because after that point, Ocho, he didn't catch another pass.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush was 21 of 36, 195, 1 touchdown. Like you said, they ran the ball, Ocho, basically about 4 yards a carry. They had 32 carries.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Nah, you can live with that.
Not the greatest, but it ain't bad.
Look, you can only beat who's on your schedule. We know the Giants aren't very good.
Right.
But we've seen the Cowboys lose games like this before also. So give them credit for keeping focus on a short week, not still celebrating the victory in Washington, coming out there, handling their business today. When you get string two together, now you get about 5 or 6 days off before you get ready for the next Sunday. You still look, everything you're gonna probably need to run the table, Ocho, in order to get one of these playoff spots.
Yeah, wild card.
You're getting 3 teams out of the NFC North: Minnesota, Green Bay, and Detroit. So there's only one spot left.
Right.
Cowboys, San Francisco, Seattle, Arizona.
Well, there's one problem, huh?
What?
And that goes for all Cowboys fans in the chat. This is no disrespect to y'all. Yeah, the Cowboys do need to run the table to have a chance at a spot. You do know they play the Bengals Monday night, right? In Jerry's world, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure you understand what they got coming up.
Y'all defense terrible. Y'all might do something. Y'all better be able to block. Can y'all block their front?
Huh?
Can y'all block their front?
Oh yeah, we gonna be fine. You know, Joe don't listen. Joe get the ball out of his hands quick anyway. As a matter of fact, we gonna establish the run first. Get the front tied up there. Michael Parsons gonna be frustrated. You know, he gonna get mad because the ball's gonna be coming out. Boom, it's gone.
Hold on. Cowboy fans, what are y'all talking about? Y'all gonna win the division? Y'all 2-1. Do y'all understand the Eagles' record?
They trying to get a reaction out of you, huh?
But see, this the delusion. This is why Jerry's how he is, because he know his fans are gullible. They're They're gonna believe anything that he sells them, and it serves them right. I'll be glad when it's like in like 3 weeks when they get put out of their misery, and then what they gonna say? Wait the next year, and I'll be right here. Guess what? The Nightcap will be right here next in 25, 26, 27, and y'all still ain't going nowhere. But look, like I said, Ocho, you can only beat who's on your schedule.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've seen the Cowboys lose games like this before.
Yes, sir.
They won today. Give them credit for that. I thought they ran the ball extremely well. The defense got after Drew Lock, made it very, very tough. I mean, think about Ocho. They ran the ball 21 times for 116 yards. That's on 5 yards of carry.
Yeah, that's enough to beat the Giants, huh? Let's keep.
I'm saying the Giants rush for 21 for 116.
No, I'm okay. I'm saying is it Dowdle? That says the last name.
No. I'm saying no. The Cowboys rushed 32 for 122. The Giants rushed 21 for 116.
But what about putting it in the air, huh?
But here's the thing, though, Ocho. You gave up a scoop and score. I mean, you gave up a pick six, you gave up another fumble. So there you go, right there.
That's
you basically played them to a standstill on offense.
Mm-hmm.
But when you turn the ball over, I mean, what do you expect to happen?
You pay double for that.
You do. The last game of the night, Ocho, the Packers defeated the Dolphins.
Hey, man, I'm mad, man.
Ocho, what you mad for? Y'all been terrible. Y'all been terrible when the weather drops below 30 degrees, even before you was born.
That's what I'm mad about. We ain't played. Listen, even when Dan Marino was there, the Dolphins, we just do not play well when it comes to cold weather. And most of the time, when we make it to the playoffs, when we do have an opportunity to go to the playoffs, we always have to go somewhere where it's cold, whether it be Buffalo. Every time we go to Buffalo in December, what happens? Every time we make it to the playoffs and have to play Buffalo, what happens?
Yeah.
Every time we in cold weather, I don't know what it is. We don't
know what it is. Y'all done played the coldest game y'all had played in Miami is 77 degrees. The other cold game was 50-something in Buffalo. And then all of a sudden you get into the 20s and you talk about you don't know what happened.
This is what's always been happening. It's been our Achilles. I keep saying people in the chat. I'm from Miami. I'm from Liberty City. I was born in Dade County at Jackson Memorial Hospital. So when my team growing up as a little kid was the Miami Dolphins, the Marks brothers, Marino. Anyway, but I consider myself, I always say I don't know what it is about the cold weather, and it's been this way.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I know what it is. I know what you're trying to say. I'm just saying, at what point are we going to get over the hump where we perform just as well as we do when it's hot in the goddamn cold?
When you get over the hump?
I don't know, man.
When you gonna learn how to drive? When you learn how to drive? I don't know what you want me to tell you. You just got to do it, Ocho.
Hold on.
You just got to do it.
Can I drive as efficient as I can in the heat? I got to do in the snow. That's the question.
because it's a different type of driving in snowy conditions than it is in the summertime. You don't drive the same in Georgia as you do in Colorado, as you do in New York, as you do in Baltimore, as you do in upstate New York or Michigan or Philadelphia. You don't.
Well, you know, when it comes to playing football, it ain't no goddamn different. I done played in the cold. I know what you do.
Cincinnati is cold, Ocho.
It's still the same game, huh? It's still the same game.
It's the same thing when Cincinnati played that cold game back in the early 80s and they got San Diego and the temperature went to 59 degrees. One team is used to playing in cold weather. Ocho, y'all practice in cold weather.
Yeah.
I'm not breaking news to anybody. There is a difference. That ball is harder. It feels like a brick. Normally, the wind is blowing. So now all of a sudden the ball playing tricks on you.
Yeah. Well, hell,
Dolphins are going to have to figure that out.
Make that excuse. The ball wasn't playing tricks on the Packers.
Because the Packers practicing that. So how do you get cold? I want you to tell me this. How do you get cold weather in Miami so you can practice in 20 degrees?
You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible to emulate it. It's impossible.
Because let me ask you a question. I don't know how y'all used to do it, but when they had turf fields, we would go inside the dome and practice on turf so we get used because you run different on turf than you do grass.
Grass, yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah, on turf, you much goddamn faster, too.
I don't know about all that. I know my knees hurt, my hips hurt, and my back hurt from running on that hard ass ish.
Yeah. Hold up. What about falling?
Yeah. But it was concrete. It ain't like the stuff, the field turf they got now. That was concrete with a layer of carpet on it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, playing in the old vet, Cincinnati was terrible too.
Yeah.
Kansas City was terrible too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Playing in the old Astrodome was awful also.
Yeah.
Like I said, there was no field turf when I first everything, they had artificial turf. Kansas City, Cincinnati, the Astrodome, the vet was the worst. That was the worst stadium. Every year it was voted the worst stadium.
Right.
I'm trying to think that I think Soldier Field had turf early on, and they went to grass later, if I'm not mistaken.
The grass, yeah.
But they're just going to have to find a way to get past that. They're going to have to. Tua was 37 of 46, 365, 2 touchdowns. Really got lucky on one. That ball popped up. Normally that ball popped up like that in.
One of Jonnu Smith?
Yeah, he hit Jonnu and McKinney got a great jump on the ball.
Yeah.
But normally that ball popping there like that, Ocho, that's
going the other way.
It's a pick. But give Tyreek credit. He kept his he followed through, kept his head in the game. What they have? Almost 400 yards of offense.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I take to that, Ocho, because they had to throw. They're throwing the whole game. They're behind for the most part by 3 scores the entire night.
Right.
So, but they've got to find a way, Ocho. They got to start faster in these cold games because, like when it's psychological, Ocho.
Right.
You go in the cold weather game and all of a sudden you find yourself down, Ocho. You're down 2 scores. You're down 3 scores. And it get colder.
Then you got to think. You think the muff punt.
Yeah.
They recover. Already in territory. They score. So they go up and you put yourself behind the 8 ball. You put yourself behind the 8 ball and now you're playing from behind right away. Not giving yourself a chance against a really good team. A very good Green Bay Packers team. That don't make it no easier.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith has put together his last month has been really, really impressive. He's had a couple of 100-yard games.
They get him involved.
They
get him involved.
Yeah. I thought he was good. They kind of used him as a blocker when he was in Tennessee, and then I think he went to New England, and Tom Brady wasn't there, so they don't know how to use the tight end like Brady knew how to use the tight end. But again, Jordan Love was sensational throwing the ball. 21 of 28, 274, 2 touchdowns. Kraft was involved. Watson, Reed. he didn't have very many, targets. I mean, he had 3 catches, 24 yards, 2 touchdowns. But, one thing about the Pack, they got a bunch of young, good wide receivers, man.
Young boys, man.
And you know who they remind you of? You know who they Green Bay drafted receivers? Remind you of the Steelers. You remember the Steelers had that run, and they still do, drafting receivers.
Right.
You had Antonio Brown, Manuel Sanders. You have
Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace, yes. All those guys. You had Hines, you had Randall L, and you had Flex, and you had Santonio Holmes. It's just like a pipeline.
Line receivers. You know what's so funny? The Packers receivers so young. I call it they like a fraternity. It's like they still in college. A bunch of college boys just happen to be playing in the NFL on the same goddamn team. That's how young them boys. That's what they remind me of. A bunch of frat boys playing receiver for the Packers.
Yep. But the Dolphins, Ocho, if they really, like I said, and that's the thing that concerns me, and that's why I can't take them serious, because they're not going to have home field, and you're going to have to go someplace. It's cold in Kansas City in January. It's cold in Buffalo in January. It's cold in Baltimore in January. It's cold in Pittsburgh in January. So any possible place that they can be, if Cincinnati, I mean, whatever the case may be, it's cold in the places that they could possibly have to go.
Have to play, yeah.
And so that's what's concerning to. That's what's really concerning to me. Denver, if Denver, Denver look like they're going to possibly be a wild card. It gets cold in Denver. Trust me. I played 12 years there. In January, it's cold as hell. Yeah. And so that's the thing, Ocho. That's why it's hard for me to take them serious when people say, can they be a contender?
Right.
Yeah. If they had Kansas City's record or Buffalo's record with a chance to get home field throughout the playoffs.
Advantage. Right.
But having to go on the road, if there's a reason why they've only, and I think probably when they went to the Super Bowl back in the 70s, they probably had home field, and it forced Pittsburgh or one of the other AFC teams, maybe whomever they faced, you had to come there.
Right.
But all I know is that since I've been old enough to watch the Dolphins play, anytime they had to go to Buffalo or they had to go to a cold weather Denver or cold weather Kansas City, they ain't coming out there with no victory.
Oh, I remember. You got
They're not coming out there with no victory.
I remember watching as a kid. It was the same way.
Yeah. So,
damn.
Look, I think the Cowboys going to rate. Go ahead.
Okay, now we're going to say that I think about it. That was a good slate of games today. I mean,
the Giants and the Cowboys ain't no good slate of games. Stop.
Okay, maybe not the Cowboys and Giants, but I enjoyed the Packers game. Obviously, on the end of the Packers and the Cheeseheads because the way they look. But that goddamn
Chicago
Bears and Lions game, that was exciting. I thought the Lions was getting ready to run away with it for a minute.
Yeah,
they had the opportunity to run away and really extend that lead in that second quarter. But after halftime, the Bears made it interesting. Now
they did. I think the thing that really hurt them. They looked like they was about to go put 7 or worst case scenario 3 on the board when Gibbs fumbled.
Yeah.
Now,
it would have been over. It would have been over right there.
Now all of a sudden it's a 23-3 ball game.
Bingo.
But give the Bears what I liked about the Bears. They came out of the half, Ocho, and they needed a touchdown in the worst way. They needed that because if they don't get a touchdown there, Detroit gets the ball. Detroit goes down. They got a touchdown, and so now. You're already behind, and you had the ball for 6-7 minutes, and you didn't have anything to show for it.
Right.
The Bears showed me some resiliency, but that bonehead play by the coach, that's an unforgivable, Ocho.
Oh yeah,
because he's had too many of them. He's had too many of them, Ocho.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel responds to the idea that Kyle Shanahan should be on the hot seat. Super Bowl, NFC Championship, year after that, NFC Championship again, last year Super Bowl. Why are you saying he's on the hot seat?
He doesn't understand how the business works. But just hearing the fact that Shanahan is even on the hot seat, we talk about one that's going to be sought after from every other team. I wish you would let someone like Shanahan go and allow his staff and that offense to go somewhere else, especially go somewhere else that has a quarterback, have a decent quarterback at that. Then he's going to build the same exact thing with that same exact offense.
Get him a quarterback extension. Hey,
Yeah.
didn't he just sign an extension last
That
year?
don't mean nothing. Well, in this business, you know when something like this comes out, you know it's coming from inside the house, right? You hear me? The call is coming from inside the house. When stuff like this
How
comes
many
out,
years was it? Because he had like a year left on the contract. So he signed a 5-year extension because he had like a 6 or 7 year deal to begin with.
yeah, man. You know how this NFL is.
So yeah. What's he making? 8, 9 a year? Because he had a contract that's like 6 years, 42 million.
Oh yeah. Rightfully so though.
So
Rightfully
Ocho,
so.
14 a year.
Yeah.
Man,
Rightfully so.
now you do realize, Ocho, like when you get rid of the head coach, his whole staff, he ain't got guys on 1-year deals.
Yeah.
He signed through 2027.
Right.
25, 26, 27. So that's 3 years. That's 42 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's on the hot seat, considering the man just came off the Super Bowl.
I know, but you know how fickle the NFL is. You know how fickle
that's not the York family. They don't operate like that.
But then it wouldn't be out. That something like this wouldn't even leak.
Mm-mm.
You heard me? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Stuff like this comes from inside the house. Always.
Well, it ain't coming from John Lynch because John Lynch got the job because of Kyle Shanahan. So who is it? Ned York?
Ain't no
Jed
telling.
York?
Ain't no telling.
Hey, well, good luck with that one. He'd be
Again,
unemployed. He'd be unemployed all of like 1 hour.
Shoot, 1 hour, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, if that.
Yeah. Ocho, details have emerged of Bryce Underwood's flip to Michigan. Oracle, Larry Ellison ponied up the reported $12 million. Dave Portnoy gave him a marketing deal with Barstool. Tom Brady had numerous conversations with him. This is now the craziest recruitment story of all time. Is NIL headed to a dangerous territory?
No,
Larry Ellison is the second most wealthiest man in the world behind Elon Musk.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not headed to dangerous territory. Listen, you got to evolve. You got to evolve with the times. Listen, these are the times that we're in right now, similar to that of the NFL. It's become a business. It's just become a business now at the collegiate level. A time where before, you remember college players, they was having to steal. They were having to steal just to eat. They was having to steal just to put clothes on their back. Now they have an opportunity as young men to earn a living, especially those that might not make it to the next level. For those that might not make it to the next level, and that's all it comes down to. That's all it comes down to.
How many universities got a Larry Ellison as a booster?
I mean, not very many. Not very many. But that's not.
He's the second. None of them. Because he's the second wealthiest man in the world. So ain't none of them got a Larry Ellison.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then everybody named mama will go to Michigan. But that's not the case. NIL has even the playing field for all schools.
But what happened? They were paying players too. But the teams that had the most money, what did they end up doing?
Getting the best players.
Thank you. So now, whoever has the most money, who's gonna get the best player? So guess what? You're gonna flip it again. You're gonna be right back to square one where you said you didn't want to be, Ocho.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work like that. Even with someone like Larry Ellison that's a part of Michigan, I still don't think Michigan is a place where people are going to go, you know what, I'm going to Michigan because Larry Ellison is gonna pay me. No.
Ocho, what kid is gonna turn down 12? This was 12. Hell, it might be 20.
Every kid coming out ain't gonna be worthy of no 12. So we can stop right there.
Here's the thing.
Come on now.
Every kid ain't gonna be a 5-star or one of the most sought after players in college.
Right. Yeah. It's what dime a dozen now. Dime a dozen. Every so often, a quarterback that's special like that to be able to command and warrant that kind of money is gonna come. They not falling out the trees like that.
They're gonna end up capping.
I understand what you mean.
Because now he got a $12 million and he got a marketing deal.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Get everything you can, boy.
I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah,
but they're gonna have to listen. You're gonna have to put parameters on it because when you don't put guardrails on something, it goes over the rails, Ocho. It goes off the cliff.
I don't like the parameters.
You got to.
Why?
Because you can't have it like the
it's
Wild Wild
not
West.
hurting
It has to
nobody.
be organized. It has to be regulated.
But why?
It's
We
the same thing.
we don't regulate the universities and how much they're able to make off the players. We don't regulate them doing that. Now the players have opportunity to make money off their likeness. Now we want to regulate it. No.
Ocho, it's the same thing with alcohol. What happened with marijuana? When they found out a way to tax it, what did they do, Ocho?
They legalized it.
Ta-da! Thank you. See, I was just waiting for you to say it.
Listen,
but they had to be regulations.
No, it didn't have to be regulated. They regulated when they found a way they could monetize off of it. So wait a minute, listen to me. Stay with me real quick now. There was a time where the players got nothing, and the only person that monetized off the players' likeness was universities. Now the players are making the money and not having to give anything to the universities. Now we want to regulate it so the universities can monetize again.
Stop saying that, Ocho. Top players always got money.
Oh, I know what you mean. Hey,
okay.
Hey.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Look, I think what's going to happen is that Congress is going to intervene, and they're going to say, because somebody's going to get mad. Because eventually somebody's going to get mad because they lost somebody, and it's going to be somebody powerful that has some pull. Well, and then guess what, Ocho? Because a lot of times, how they look, the player that's making this money, how they look.
Oh, I got you.
You know what's coming.
I got you.
You know what's coming.
I got you.
Hey, all I know is, I was going here, Ocho. This other school over here got $6 million for me. Do you know what $6 million? Do you know what $12 million? This kid here, $12 million might be great for this kid. The rest of it, and he got a marketing deal. I would live on campus. I would live on campus as long as I could. Because I know when my brother went to the league, Ocho, he's like, man, you want to live on campus? I sure do not. Savannah State provide room and board for free.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to pay no $400, $500, $600. Boy, that's money in my pocket.
Right.
I would go eat in the take my ass in the cafeteria. Eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm gonna shower and I'm gonna stay in the dorm with the rest of the team and save my money. That's what I would do too. Stay right there in that dorm, eat that dorm food. It ain't all that bad. And, then I go off every campus every once in a while, get me a nice little meal. But oh man, please. I'm gonna leave there with 6.5. I'm gonna leave in the half with 6.5, $7 million.
In my pocket, yep.
For sure. Absolutely.
I like it.
But the regulations gonna come. We talk about Trav again? Oh, that's old. Coach Prime goes off on Travis Hunter snub for the Jim Thorpe Award. Time blasted the fact that Travis Hunter not selected as a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award, saying the omission was idiotic and devalued the integrity of the award. How is Travis snubbed by the Thorpe Award? You can have my award. You can have mine back. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it mine. I ain't using it, just sitting up there collecting dust. So Travis can have my Thorpe Award, because if it ain't the most idiotic thing in college football, he's not a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award, and he is, I would say arguably. But I don't think I'm really arguing about the young man being the best defensive back in college football. It just looks bad, Ocho. Yeah. The kid win the Heisman, the Heisman Trophy. He's a defensive back. He's also a receiver. And you mean to tell me he's not one of the best 3 DBs in the country?
We already know he is. Actually, we know he's the best DB. And that's why Prime planted that seed maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when he was in front of the media and understanding how they were going to play games. How they were going to play games based on how they feel about him, allowing their disdain and disgust for him personally to affect the success of the players on the team that are deserving of the accolades and what they've done this year in being the best player offensively and defensively on the field. He's already said it. So again, everything is coming to a head that he knew they were going to do. He knew they were going to do this.
It doesn't make sense to me. Now, he's nominated as one of the best defensive, I think it's the Nagurski Award, which is the best college defensive player, but not the best. So he one of the best college defense. Isn't DB a defensive player? I thought that's what I could be wrong, Ocho. But I thought DB was on the defensive side of the football, and because we've seen DBs win Defensive Player of the Year, we saw Stephon Gilmore, Prime won it, Rod Woodson won it. Who else won it? I think Charles Woodson won it. Rod Woodson won it. So we've seen DBs win Defensive Player of the Year, which means they were the best defensive player that year. Okay, so you mean to tell me this man could possibly win the Heisman? He's a finalist for the Nagurski Award.
Yeah,
but he's not a finalist for the Thorpe Award.
Yeah,
it don't.
They, they make their own rules, When you're in positions of power like that, and you're able to control the narrative, this is the type of stuff they pull. This is the type of stuff they're able to pull.
Because I mean, come on, Ocho. I mean, you probably. Did Charles Woodson win the Thorpe Award? He probably did. Did Woody win the Thorpe Award? Because he won the Heisman, I'm sure he did.
Yeah, because he was the best defensive player that year.
Yeah.
Funny.
I mean, the guy got look.
Funny how that works.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It just seems it doesn't make sense to me that a guy could possibly win the Heisman. And he plays defensive back, but he's not one of the best defensive back. He could win possibly the best defensive player of the year, but he's not the best DB. So I'm trying to figure out how did Myles Garrett win defensive player of the year, but he's not one of the best defensive linemen?
They make up the rules as they go.
I was like, damn.
They do what they want to do.
Clearly, they're making up the rules as they go. Ocho, wallethub released the latest, most sinful cities in America.
Okay.
Oh, man. How y'all do this to me? Ocho, number 1, Las Vegas. Number 2.
Obviously, Las Vegas is Sin City. So you should already know that. What goes
Houston,
in Vegas,
Texas.
goes
Look
on
at
Vegas
Houston.
stays in Vegas.
Houston, number 2. Los Angeles.
Okay.
Number 3, Atlanta.
But Atlanta's a jungle, boy. That's Black Hollywood. Atlanta's a jungle.
You got Philly, Denver, Colorado. Why all these places that I live?
Well, you got
y'all want Ocho, and they want to know why I am how I am.
Right.
I like you know say I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, why would I say I am? They tated me. Phoenix, Arizona, Miami, Florida. Yep, Miami, Ocho, that's your home.
Oh, but I don't go outside, so you got nothing to worry about.
Dallas, Texas, and St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know what's kicking off in St. Louis.
Shoot, the lunatic.
Ain't nobody doing no. First of all, the arch ain't the Eiffel Tower. Ain't nobody kissing under the arc. You don't know what the hell y'all thinking. Chad, what y'all think about that, man?
I like the list, but I wouldn't have Vegas as number 1. I would have Houston as number 1.
You just said Vegas is known as Sin City.
Yeah,
how can somebody be known as Sin City?
Listen, it's different though. Vegas has been Sin City for years.
Yes,
for years. But Houston and Atlanta is a different world, Now we done been to Houston. Now I don't go to Houston often. I done been there maybe 4 times in my life. I've been to Atlanta maybe 5. I don't frequent those places often because I understand that's the devil's playground. And one thing about the devil, as much as I love God, it don't take much to backslide when you're in the wrong situation. Okay? I know my limits. I understand my limits. So I keep myself out of areas where I can get myself in trouble.
Yes, that's Ocho. Why you think I stay inside? Plug it up. Yes. Like Clint Eastwood said, every man got to know his limitations. Everybody got a vice. Mine is the opposite of nice.
Can you see me?
Yeah. It's called sight.
I can't see you though. Hold on. My computer. Hold on. Oh, there you go. You know, I can see you now.
Yeah, I saw you all along.
And when I plugged it up, it went to the loading screen. Yeah, it's a good topic right here, boy. You know, them cities ain't nothing to play with, man. You know, when you get older, as you get older, you know, you understand your limits, you understand what you can and what you can't do, and you don't put yourself in certain situations that can hurt you. You know,
Yeah.
you have to make a decision. Now, I've been working on my discipline. I've been working on my discipline real well. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best. I walk with Christ, but I know if I walk through the mud, I might come out dirty. So I do my best to stay out the mud. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, I know it might be raining. I know it might be raining. So I don't take my umbrella. I just stay inside the house because I don't want to get wet.
Yeah.
You with me?
I'm with you.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes, I do.
Okay, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Hey, listen, I'm not
You
the
ain't
best in
wrong
the
when you're
world.
right.
Listen, I'm not the best in the world. I'm not perfect. I know it's 10 commandments, ain't it? It's 10 commandments. I might not got all 10 right, but eight of them, they're gonna be beautiful. So to make sure I don't fuck up
it all depends what those other two are.
Hey, listen. Hey, I had to preach. I had to preach the one over here, you know, who's on the in there, you know. Come on now. I'm human. I'm human.
Yes.
One of the greater things that you will always love about me is the good will always outweigh the bad.
Yeah.
So before you make any rational decisions like you made before, you know, I want you to always remember that. The good always outweighs the bad, and nothing is better than a trying man.
Well, you know, I tell you what we do. Me and you gonna move to Houston. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. You keep an eye on me.
Nah. Nah.
Hey, that's a no-go for me. I was talking to my daughter today. I was like, babe, what you think if I move? She's like, Daddy. I
don't want no part of that. Hey,
you
know
right.
what listen, you know what I do like about Houston though? I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I like the move, I like the idea, I like the thought. I'm thinking about how much house you get in Houston. You get a bang for your buck.
You talking
you
about the structure. I thought you were talking about another type of brick house. Oh, no. My bad. I misunderstood you. I misunderstood you. My bad, Ocho. You talking about a physical, you talking about a building, a structure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking
bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just misunderstood.
Come on now.
We ought to say, okay, now I see what you put down. Okay. Because for a second, I was like, okay, let me rewind. I'm going to press pause here for a second, rewind this, and now I'm going to hit play. Now I get what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want no part of that.
You right, Ocho.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes you just have to leave well enough alone.
Yeah, you got to.
Sometimes you just have to admire things from a distance.
Right. I like that.
Man, I see cars, I'm like, man, that's a really nice car. I just admire from a distance. I'm like, my man, this you? Like, yeah, you like? I say, I love it. Some things you just admire from the distance, like, damn.
Yeah.
But hey, Houston,
Atlanta. Listen, Houston and Atlanta is like going by the car lot, right? Going by the car lot, you can see it and you know it looks nice, and you can enjoy it using your visuals and your peripheral vision.
Yeah.
I don't need to go in there and test drive. Now the younger me, I'm gonna pull over. And I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna talk to the owner.
Yeah.
You know what I really like.
Hey, Ocho, hey, what type of financing can I get? Because I got good credit. Is it zero down? Zero down and zero interest? Man, I know me. Hey.
Listen. Hey, man. Damn.
Every time we mention Houston, I talk about, yeah. No, absolutely not. Jordan, like, I ain't moving. I done moved enough. Jordan said, I done moved 3 times in inside a year. Jordan said, I ain't moving no more. He say, if y'all move again, y'all on y'all own. Ocho.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is true, but this is what was reported. A woman left with a $20,000 hospital bill after her husband refused to acknowledge her on his insurance after she refused to name the son Junior.
Wait, hold on. Bring that to me one more time.
I guess she was supposed to name the son Junior. He was expecting her to name the son Junior. But because she didn't, he removed her from his insurance. And so now she has a $20,000 insurance bill.
I don't even blame him.
What you mean you don't blame her?
I don't even blame him. Now you having my first son, you having my child, you having my boy, and my lineage, my family lineage on my first child, he's not a junior. Like, what are you doing?
You ain't got no Chad Jr.
Chad Jr. at Arizona State, remember?
Oh, okay.
He a senior. Yeah. Come on now. Oh yeah, and just come on. That goes without saying. Matter of fact, the wife of the missus in this case, in this scenario, she should want that for her son. But no, what she wants to do it her way and what she envisions. Hey, that's what's right. That's about doing what's right.
My daddy wanted to name you
the man you're having a child from, allowing him to have his junior. That ain't asking for much.
Do I look like a junior?
You?
Yeah. My daddy wanted to name me Junior so bad. My mama say, not this one.
No.
Hell no. My mama ain't play that. My mom ain't, man, look here. Man, my mom, she got too much of my granddad and her. My mom ran it. My mom did. She named all of us. He have no say. Not one name he picked out.
Right.
So here it is.
Right.
Shara, Sterling, and Shannon.
That's it. It is.
That's it. And I look exactly like my dad. I'm talking about the only difference is my dad had an afro, had a fro.
Yay. Hey, you should grow your fro out.
Man, you crazy. Man, my grandfather rolled over in his grave. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, people wouldn't even, they're like, huh? I wouldn't even know how I might look if my hair were to grow. Yeah.
Hey, Chad,
ain't gonna grow no fro now.
Somebody make do an AI. Somebody do an AI with Uncle with a fro, man.
I mean, Baltimore, the longest I ever went without a haircut, I went October, November, December, January. I went like 4 months without getting a haircut.
Why? Because y'all was losing?
We were losing.
I knew it. I knew you was gonna say that.
We started losing, and then the barber came. I brought my barber up from Atlanta, so he started cutting my hair. And we lost. And I was like, nah, you can't come back. I said, you come back. I mean, I let him come back because he was from Harrisburg,
right?
Which is like 40 miles from Baltimore. And so I would let him come up. I get him a rental car. No, I don't want no cut. He bring his clippers just in case.
Right.
He drive to Harrisburg. He come back for the game, drive to the airport. That was it. So I went from like middle of October all the way to the end of January before I got a haircut. Nah, I'm very superstitious.
I like that.
No. Nah. My grandfather ain't played that. He ain't the long hair. My grandfather had a part. Me and my brother had parts. No.
All right,
Ocho.
Get a Boosie fade.
No. This is what I got. I got to look fade. I got to get a cut tomorrow. I got to call the guy. See, can he cut me up tomorrow? Because,
What's tomorrow?
Friday.
I know, but where you going?
I ain't going nowhere. Go to hell if I don't start praying more.
So you getting a haircut? Where you getting a haircut for if you ain't going nowhere?
I can't get no haircut?
I mean, just you getting a haircut just to get a haircut for no reason and you ain't got nowhere to go?
No.
Oh.
I normally get a haircut twice a week.
Damn.
Yeah.
Your shit grow fast.
It does. But I like to look presentable.
For who?
You never know. I might move. I might all of a sudden, I might move to Houston. Don't let y'all know. I might be doing the show remote.
But listen, if you move to Houston, if you move to Houston, yep. I move to Houston too.
Huh?
You move to Houston, I move to Houston too.
You ain't moving to Houston. I'm not moving.
Okay.
I'm not moving to Houston.
I ain't moving either then.
I understand, Ocho. I know Shannon. I know me. I know me better than anybody.
Right.
I'm not putting myself into that.
Right. Right.
And please. Now it's time for our last segment, Q&A.
Q&A. Hey, who play tomorrow? Huh?
The Ravens play Phillies the big game.
Tomorrow?
I mean, not tomorrow. Kansas City played
The
the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Okay.
But I'm thinking the day Saturday.
Okay.
Black Friday game is the Raiders go to the Chiefs.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of Black Friday, you going shopping tomorrow? It starts.
Shelly might shop.
It started this morning, right? Or am I tripping? I got it wrong.
It's Black Friday. The day Thursday.
I'm saying it start 5 a.m. today.
It might start at midnight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, if you can shop on 84.com, I mean, we got Black Friday sales.
Oh yeah. Hey, make sure y'all go on 84.com, man. Get what you need.
Yeah.
I'm going to Target after this then.
Colorado plays tomorrow. Colorado plays Oklahoma State tomorrow.
On a Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, I like
They
that.
normally would play Nebraska. That used to be the game. Colorado, Nebraska,
right.
The day after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Oh, we got some good games then.
Yeah, they do. We do. I mean, the Kansas City game, but I think that's an early game. What time that game come on? 3? Kansas City. Oh, okay. Damn, that's early. Yeah. Oh, you would know what time yet? After the Colorado game? 9 a.m. Damn.
Who play at 9 a.m.?
Colorado play at 9 a.m. West Coast time, which will be 11 a.m. their time.
Oh, okay. So for me, what time it is?
10. Because they're mountain. Yeah.
So that's 12 o'clock here.
Okay, 5. We're on at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
All right, Ocho, it's time for our last segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. We already did it. We run it again. Philo Speak said, thanks, Nightcap. This is amazing for these athletes to commit on Nightcap. Let's go, Unc Ocho. Yes, and thank you, Coach Prime, for making this happen. We appreciate that. Anytime we can assist, we greatly appreciate that. Thank you to all the young men that made their announcement here on Nightcap. We appreciate that. We support you, and we'll be following you down the road. Cats, whatever your name is. We 4 for 4 like Wendy's meal. I'm taking he's a Colorado fan. Yes. Josh Gates, how do you like the new Bears play caller? Caleb has been playing better. He has. But sometimes you can't outplay bad coaching.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. And then listen, if you do outplay bad coaching, that means you have to go off script from what you're being told to do.
Mm-hmm. No, he's making some throws. Guys are making plays for him. Keenan Allen ran a whip Zorro.
Hey, that shit was beautiful, Unc. Wait,
you
listen.
First of all,
they need to hang that in the Lavore.
Huh?
They need to hang that in the Lavore. Lavere. Whatever the museum is called. The Louvre. That shit was beautiful.
Yes. But here's the thing, though, Ocho. Unless pressure gets there, there's no way you could defend that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, if you're on the whip, and now once he gives you the Zorro like he's going back out, you
gotta go. You gotta go.
You got to.
Yeah.
Because you don't want him to option away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you bite, and now he takes off again.
Yeah.
And they got him dead to right. They got him in man coverage. They run somebody through the zone to take the linebacker with him.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's one-on-one, and the guy's already outside. So he's outside. You run the whip. You pause it. You fake like you got to go back out. He hesitates, and now you take off.
Every time. That's a route that's going to win 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I don't give a damn who the DB is. Unless pressure gets there, you're not stopping that ride. Brian said, what's up, Unc Ocho? Let's go, my Lions. We had about 4 of our 5 defensive players leave game due to early injuries. Tough next 2 game also. What a terrible first half challenge for the Bears. Plus the refs were terrible today. 11-1. Yeah, you guys, you had a couple of linebackers. I think Campbell ended up leaving the game. One of your linebackers, your starting linebacker, is already out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that secondary, was getting killed.
Yeah.
Who did? Oh, okay. Yeah, you put it back up in there. Sometimes you have to overcome that. Sometimes you have to overcome when calls don't go your way. You know, you're not having the best outing. You just have to find a way to win ball games. And really good teams can find a way to win ball games.
Right.
Asked about the Lions' run of bad luck within the defensive front seven, Dan Campbell said had the expected response. Let me ask you, does it really matter? Like, who cares? That's what I go back to. It doesn't matter. Either it is or it isn't. We got to get guys back. We don't get a guy back and worrying about that and moaning about it and bitching about it. It's like calls, right? It's like calls. I know whoever's available is available. We're not going to get ready to play. We expect them to hold the line, period. You've got to do your job, and everybody around you is looking for you to do your job. I like the matter of factness. I like it. But Dan, you and I both know at some point in time, you keep running out of next guys.
Oh, yeah.
You might get that. You might get away with one or two next guys, next guy up. You start getting 4, 5, 6, 7 next. But I like that mentality because Dan Campbell is not an excuse guy. He doesn't give his guys an excuse because a lot of times coach like, hey guys, we got, hey, we look undermanned. No, we ain't undermanned.
Next man up, baby.
Isaiah Lancaster, Unc Ocho, do you trust Jalen Hurts or Jared Goff if both teams meet in the NFC Championship game?
Ooh, that's a good one. It all comes down. It all comes down to decision making. I've seen Jared Goff throw 5 interceptions in a game.
Yep.
I ain't seen Jalen Hurts throw 5 interceptions in a game. So Saquon Barkley can take some of the pressure off of goddamn Jalen Hurts, so he doesn't have to put the ball in harm's way. But again, Jahmyr Gibbs and
Montgomery.
Montgomery can also take the pressure off of Jared Goff, so he doesn't put the ball in harm's way. So a game like that, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. The team that makes the fewest mistakes wins that game.
Based on the way the Eagles front has been playing, now both teams are built front to back. Great offensive line, back towards the running back, quarterback. Great defensive line, moving backwards. Philly, great defensive line, moving backwards. Offensive line, Philly, moving backwards. That's a real heavyweight fight. Both teams have outstanding offensive line play. Sewell, Zeitler, Ragnow, Decker, who's outstanding. And then you go Dixon and you go Lane Johnson, you go Mailata. Obviously, you Hurts and Saquon. That's going to be. I think everybody think that's going to be the matchup that we're going to end up seeing probably in the NFC Championship game. Samuel Griffin said, "Happy Thanksgiving, Unc Ocho. Did guys have any type of relationship with John Madden? What was he like behind the scenes? What you see on the screen?" I was very fortunate enough before Ocho got. I don't know if Ocho ever. I don't know. You made the All Madden team?
Of course.
I made the All Madden team. 96, 97, 98. 93. I made it 5 times. And so,
I made it 6.
But he was great. He was a regular guy, but he was animated behind the scenes, just like he was in front of the camera. Obviously, he loved the game. He loves talking about the game. He loved getting to know the players, their personalities, kind of what made them tick. But he was great. I think I like, and when you made he used to have great awards. I mean, honestly, Ocho, people look more forward to making an All-Madden team than they did the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You got a jacket, you got a sweatshirt. I mean, I still have all the sweat. Well, the last sweatshirt I got, my year in Denver, I ended up giving it. I gave the jacket to. I think I gave the jacket to Byron Chamberlain, and I gave the hoodie to House Carswell. So I had a great relationship with my guys that were in the tight end room. So I gave one the jacket, one the hoodie. And they used to give you trophies. You see, like Michael Parsons won that trophy and Jared Goff, but Ocho and them trophies was heavy. I'm talking about heavy. Their trophies weigh like 20 pounds.
Yeah, they put some effort into it now. They
yes. But he was great behind the scenes. We played. I ain't get to eat the turkey leg because Barry Sanders got to eat the turkey leg that day because he ran all over us.
Boy, he was a real deal, boy.
We played Detroit on Thanksgiving. That's all I'm gonna say. We played in the early 90s when they was on Thanksgiving. They might lose all their games, but they was gonna beat hell out of somebody on Thanksgiving, and that was us. So I didn't get no turkey legs. Kyle Payne, Unc Ocho, what were your best college matchups?
College? That's a good one.
Probably the Valley or Albany State.
FAMU Cookman. And I didn't even go to FAM, but you have to understand my upbringing and being at the Classic since 1984 until I graduated high school. That's all I knew. Mm-hmm. Then I understood about the other collegiate games that were good, the Ohio States, the Michigans, the Oregon State, Oregon. But for me, that's what I knew first. At the collegiate level, FAMU and Bethune-Cookman, that was all I knew.
Yeah, I missed those days playing FAM, the Valley, not FAM. I'm talking about FAM. The Valley, Albany State. Those were probably our biggest rivals.
Mm-hmm.
That's what put that work on them though. Put that work on them. Mayhem Matthew, do you think if Georgia wins tomorrow, they're a lock for the playoffs, even if they lose the SEC championship title game and have 3 losses? Yes, I think Georgia's going. They're taking 2 SEC teams now. It seems like Texas is going to be one of them because they only have that. If they take care of their business tomorrow, what they got, Texas A&M, or they beat Texas A&M? Texas. Okay, they got Texas A&M. They win that game, they're going to the SEC. They're going.
Right.
They're taking 2 teams from the SEC.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Period.
Most definitely.
They're probably going to take 2 teams, maybe 3 from the Big Ten.
Can I tell you why?
Why? Oh yeah, Georgia draw. That's why they're hoping somebody falters so they can get Alabama in there too. But they take it. Because y'all getting all the other teams. Them teams don't travel like that. Y'all don't travel. Football king in the South. They're going to travel. Bama going to travel. Texas going to travel. Georgia going to travel. We sure Oregon going to travel? We sure Boise State going to travel? We sure Indiana going to travel? Are we sure, Ocho? Unc Ocho, love you guys. Speaking into existence. Y'all will be doing play-by-play commentating when NFL games go to Netflix, and we'll be doing a feature on Madden video games. Now that Ocho might want to call games. I want no part of calling games. I don't want that kind of prep.
Yeah, I'm calling the game when the Chiefs and the Texans play on the 21st of December, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna have my first hand in the booth, calling the game play-by-play. I like to thank Peacock and Madden for the opportunity to continue to diversify my portfolio and allow my list of jobs to now reach a staggering number of 879 and 11 jobs, in season. So I'm grateful. I'm blessed. My cup is runneth over. And again, I'm thankful for the opportunity. And all of you, make sure you tune in December 21st, Houston Texans, Kansas City, Madden, Peacock. Your boy is in the booth. Make sure you check it out. And I promise you, I'm not going to curse.
That concludes this edition of Nightcap. Thank you guys for joining us. Green Bay Packers 30, Miami 17, the Dallas Cowboys 27, the Giants 20, and the Detroit Lions run their record to 11-1 with a 23-20 win over the Bears after a snafu by Matt Eberflus, who doesn't call a timeout, and with 33 seconds on the clock, they only run one play and they don't get in position to kick a field goal, and they end. And that seems to be the thing that overshadowed the entirety of the game. Even Caleb Williams playing sensational in the second half was overshadowed by that situational mishap by the Bears. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He is Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson, but just call him Ocho. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Tell family, friends, and loved ones, hey, come watch us with Nightcap. They're on tomorrow, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday. Check out Nightcap. You'll love these guys. Guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. And thank you for your continued support. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know you had a busy day today with family, friends, and loved ones, but to give us a few moments of your time tonight, we greatly appreciate that. Go check out Shea by LaPortier. We do have it in stock just in time to get it shipped to you for the holidays, because we believe your holidays should be festive and celebratory. So if you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it and we'll get it right to you. One more thing, please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. We dropped to have a big release last month, and our Black Friday sale just launched. Items are up to 50% off. Shirts are $20 off. Hoodies are $40 off. All tees and hoodies are back in stock. Nightcap, Club Shay, and 84. Everything is in stock, and we do have beanies and sleeves that put your drink in. Quantities are limited, so make sure you grab yours while supplies last. Oh, we got and we got a drop coming tomorrow. Why do I don't know? Why I don't know about the drop?
Wait, what drop we got? What drop we got so I can order my shit?
I don't know. Don't start me lying, Ocho, because I don't know. I'm just finding out about right now.
Hold on. I need to drop early so I can wear it.
Good luck with that, Ocho. I've been saying the same thing. London Merritt, Alec McPherson, Quentin Gibson, and Carde Bossman Smith all tonight declared that they're headed to the Colorado CU to join Coach Prime and his staff up there. So congratulations to those young men that made the announcement here on Nightcap. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Peace.